Hey, what's up, guys? It's workout time. It's crazy how much that zooms. Oh, today is back and arms. Back and buys. Well, back mostly. I gotta have some chest. It's upper body. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Today is upper body. Get set up. You guys get to see my setup routine. It's really easy. Put on some earphones so I can listen to music, and then I start working out. Get my music going. I don't know about you guys, but I have to have music going. I hate working out with the quiet, and most of the time the music in the gym is just crappy. And I just lost an earphone. Earbud. Earphone, earbud. What's the right way to call it? Is it an earphone or an earbud? Oh, gosh, guys. What a day. All right. Starting with seated V-handle rows today. So that's going to be some of this. Try to get this so it doesn't look so fisheye. Why does it look so fisheye? It's crazy. That's a little better. Not quite as fisheye. You guys tell me how that looks. Do a couple warm-up sets. What I've been doing lately with these is getting my feet low on the pads so I can get a little bit further back, right? When I'm low, I can actually get a little extended back and have to reach a lot more. Still trying to keep my back flat, but create more space in my armpit. And then stay here and try to pull in. I feel a lot more stretch in my lats. And through my upper back. Yes. Oh, yeah. All right, I'm trying to go 5 pounds heavier than last week. So last week I did 5 sets of 12 at 125, so we're going to try 130 today. 5 pounds, 5 pounds. That's all we're doing. How are we doing, guys? We got people hopping on? Not yet. Oh well. Had a few things happen today. In case you didn't know, I have the first book I ever published was in 2018. It was a really small book. It's only like 80 some pages. And was kind of just like after I started my carnivore journey, things that I learned, people I had talked to, some stories, testimonials of people that I had talked to that had done it, kind of people that convinced me to give it a shot. the science that I could find at the time. 2018, there wasn't a lot out there. But if you go on Amazon, I'd taken the book down and unpublished from Amazon for a while. But in the next couple of days, it'll be back up. I decided, what the heck, right? A lot of that information that I had in there has changed from what I know now versus what I knew then. But there's still a lot of good info as far as, like I said, testimonies, people's stories. A lot of basic information is still the same, right? How is carnivore helpful? How is it not harmful? How do we get our vitamins and nutrition? Are you going to get scurvy? All that kind of stuff is in there. So it's a good, short, easy read. If there's anybody you know that's curious about what to do or how to get started or what they should look for and know what to expect when they're starting the carnivore journey, then go get The Meat Life. That's the name of the book. And it's quick, super easy read. Someone can kind of look through it, go through it, get their basic questions answered, and then decide if they want to give it a shot. Ooh, baby. All up in here. Yes, sir. So, for the longest time, I was kind of ashamed of the book, right? It wasn't that polished, super short. The more I learned, the more I felt like the information in it was like not up to my standard. So that's why I unpublished it. I unpublished it for a couple of years. Especially as I was starting to write my last book, the Ultimate Ketogenic Fitness book. When I had that one coming out, I was like, almost like I didn't want to associate with that first book. But the more I was thinking about it lately, it's like, everything I put out there is going to be good for somebody. Somebody's going to see it, hopefully, right? That's the whole idea. That's why we put content out there. And it can make them ask a question. It can make them have a realization. Get them to that next step. So I figured I'd put it back out, see what happens. So along with that, the next 6 to 8 months is going to be all book stuff, guys. I'm really leaning into that author thing, which is crazy because I hated writing growing up. I don't know where that came from. 2 down, 3 to go. So, republished The Meat Life. If you go on Amazon, it's on Kindle now. You can get it, The Meat Life, an experiential guide to carnivore, becoming a carnivore, something like that. The Ultimate Ketogenic Fitness book is already out there. You guys should know about that. That has been submitted for final review and quality assurance, quality control with Audible, so that hopefully, fingers crossed, that book will be available on Audible by Christmas. That'd be best case scenario. Worst case scenario, it'll be like before New Year's. It says 7 to 10 days as of yesterday afternoon. So the 17th technically could be the 27th. Who knows what happens if they do anything over the holiday or not. But I'm expecting sometime before New Year's that the book will be on Audible. I'll be able to announce that, send the link out. What I'm going to need you guys to do, if you would do me a favor, as soon as that's available on Audible, I need you to go get it. It's not super expensive, and write a review. I want to try to get to 100 reviews on the Audible version. I didn't know this until just recently. Amazon reviews for the book do not get transferred over to Audible. So, because it's essentially a brand new book on Audible, they're two separate systems, even though Amazon owns them both. The reviews from one don't go to the other. So when we're starting brand new, it's not going to have any reviews. I need you guys to go there and give it a review if you could. I would really appreciate that. I'm trying to get to at least 100 reviews in the first 30 days. Right? So by the end of January, I want to have that out there so people can start the year and go, oh, wait, this book actually is good. 100 4-star reviews in 30 days, that's awesome. Hey, that would be freaking fantastic. All right, third set. I'm spitting all over everything. If you notice, I try to get that stretch in my shoulder. I'm not keeping my shoulders back the whole time and pulling from here. I'm trying to let that stretch happen so I get that additional contraction. Make as many muscles work as I can. And that pull. Spread the work across the whole back. 2 more sets. After this, I got dippity dips. Ooh, still working up to 5 sets of 15. Last week I did 15, 15, 12, 10, 11, and I did not do 15. Oops, I put that in wrong. That should be like 6 or 8. Gotta go back and fix that. Hold on. I messed up last week's. And for some reason, it's only showing that I did them last in February. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, because that's the last time I did with weight. What? What is going on here? Full history. Give me the whole history. It's not doing it. All right, I have to fix that later. 2 more sets of this. So, then the third book is all about how principles are going to get you further than any specific protocol. So if you're worried about how to do keto the best or how to do carnivore the best, you're missing the point. You got to think about what is it about keto, carnivore, paleo, Whole30, any of it, veganism. What is it about those things that are causing a change in your body? Because guess what? The principles of why that stuff works is the same across the board. That's why people see an improvement when they go vegan, or if they go keto, or if they go carnivore, or if they're making a change from something worse, anything better is going to cause a positive response. So it's not the name that you give the nutrition, it's the nutrition that you're applying and the principles that you're supporting. Oh, that burn. Burns, burns, burns. Guys, if you're not doing this to yourself on a regular basis, you are missing out. There's nothing like making yourself do something hard and feeling the accomplishment of every day. That's why I like working out. You get stronger, you improve your metabolism, you feel better, you have more energy, all those things. But mentally, every single time you do something physical where you set the goal, you set the target, you set the challenge, you practice overcoming difficult things. You practice doing things hard, doing hard things. You practice setting a goal and reaching a goal. The only way to get good at overcoming, facing adversity, having some grit, meeting goals, making a plan, is to practice doing those things. Every day you go to the gym is another chance to practice all of that. Taking responsibility for your own results. That's what working out is all about, guys. It's not about getting a six-pack. It's not about getting the biggest muscles. It's about showing yourself that you have commitment and drive to do the things that you say you want to do. That's it. Oh yeah, all up in here, guys. All of this right now is lit up. I feel like I could fly away. All right, let's go do some dips. Got to figure out how to get my damn strap on so I can pick up my bag. As I drop everything all over the place. Walking through the gym. Oh yeah. In case you guys didn't realize, just like the shirt says, this workout not fueled by carbs. This workout is fueled by ketones. There's an idea of something that'll work. So, we talk about being fat adapted and fat fueled. You're gonna not understand this probably, but being fat adapted is not the goal. You want to be ketone adapted or keto adapted. Keto adapted and fat adapted are not the same thing. Fat utilization for energy happens through a process called fatty acid oxidation. Ketone utilization for energy happens through a process called ketolysis. So burning fat for fuel and burning ketones for fuel are two completely separate processes. Being fat adapted does not mean that you are ketogenic. Being fat adapted does not mean that you are ketogenic. You are not fully keto adapted or keto optimized, as I like to call it, until your body is good at producing its own ketones and utilizing them for fuel. So there's fat adaptation, there's keto adaptation, and then I like to break the keto adaptation into a second level, which I call keto optimized. Stay tuned. There's some of the stuff I put out there already but digging down into this whole process and how we're defining keto wrong is a big part of my next book. I do have an article published on my LinkedIn page, which I should probably, I should probably have wrote it as a blog on my page. So somebody remind me to do that. On my blog on my website, coachbronson.com, I'm going to take that article I wrote on LinkedIn and put it on my blog, so it's a little easier. Not everybody has my LinkedIn page. I don't use it that much, but it's really good for articles. All right, I got to do at least, I'm shooting for 3 sets of 15 and then whatever else comes after that. Get a good grip. That did not feel right. I felt like I was lopsided, like I had one hand further back. I gotta make sure I'm even next time. That just felt really weird the whole time. What we got here, guys? What we got? Hey, we got people on. United Carnival, what's going on? We are what we repeatedly do. That's a fact. I wish this was my personal gym, United. This is my, hey Ashley, this is my local gym. This gym is a 90-second walk from my apartment. 0 pounds. Oh, wait a second. That's back flies. I'm not doing back flies, I'm doing dips. You gotta get the right exercise here. 0, 1 down, 4 to go. All right, so that was 1. Last week, I did 2 sets of 15 and then a set of 12, a set of 11. I think I did 8 on the last one. So if I can get 2 sets of 15 and then anything over 12 would be great on the 3rd set. So we got to get another 15. Oh, that was hard. Guys, that sucked. I don't know what it looks like on the video, but that was hard. Sound cutting in and out. That's probably because I'm moving around and the things like banging. Something like that. It's got a little thing that's poking me. Let's see if I can move it up here. You let me know if that's any better. It won't move as much as some cut out. All right, 2 sets down, 3 to go. I'm gonna try to get 15 on this one as well. I'm feeling a pump, chest pump, shoulder pump, tricep pump. Ooh, yeah. All up in here. If you're doing dips right, guys, it should almost feel like a push-up. The angle's just slightly different because obviously your body's lower than your shoulders. But you shouldn't be torquing your shoulders backwards too hard. You shouldn't be feeling it in your shoulder joint, like you're overextending your shoulder back here, right? You should be keeping your shoulder somewhat steady, right? Your elbow's gonna come back a little bit as you come down, but it's not gonna be like here, right? You're not gonna be here and your body's vertical, right? You wanna try to lean into a little bit so you keep your elbow and your back kind of close to each other. One more to go. One more set. Try to get 15. All right. Guys, I wanted to quit. I hit 13 and my brain said, you're done. Had to tell it I wasn't. 15 was the goal. That split second, guys. Your mind wants to play tricks on you. It takes that split second. You gotta pay attention to yourself. Even if you just say no and do one more rep, that'd be better than quitting early. All right, I've officially surpassed what I did last week. That is progressive overload, guys. Doesn't take a lot. 3 whole reps. 3 reps, that's all I did more than last week, guys. That's a win for me. Now, in order to keep that, all I want to try to do is get the same thing I did for the next 2. So I get 11 on the next one. If I can do more than 11, that's great. And then 8 on the last one. If I can do more than 8, that's great. I'm working my way up to being able to do all 5 sets at 15. This is my 3rd week in this routine, right? So the first time I did it, I did the first set 15, and then everything else was under 15. Last week was the 2nd week doing it. I did the first 2 sets 15, and then everything else was under 15. This is my 3rd week doing it. Did 3 sets of 15, and then we'll see. Maybe I'll get 15 again. I don't see that happening. I'm gonna shoot for 11, because that's the same thing I did last week. I've already surpassed last week, so I don't need to try to kill it, right? Small sets, small steps, guys. Small step, going for 11. All right, I'll go for 12. I'm gonna shoot for 12. My chest feels like it's huge right now. Oh boy, there it is. One more than last week. Ooh, baby. It's not 15, but I'll take it. 12. Log it. All right, I got 8 last week on this set. So 9 or more. At this rate, it will probably take me if I can, I'll give myself an extra week just to say, just in case. I don't know how long it's going to take me, right? Assuming my progression is constant, then could hit 4 at 15 next week and then 5 at 15 the week after. But give myself a week. I'll give myself 3 more weeks of doing this. So 6 weeks total of progressing through a set. And then remember, if you guys have heard me talk before, I like being able to do it consistently for 2 to 3 weeks. So if it takes me 3 more weeks to get to where I can do this entire workout 5 by 15, then I'm gonna do it for an additional week, depending on how that feels. If I do 2 weeks in a row of 5 by 15 and I feel good on that second week, then I'll probably go to where I'm adding weight. So I'll get a belt, put on like a 2.5 pound plate, and then see how far I can get. Guarantee you 2.5 pounds, I won't be able to do 5 by 15. So then that'll restart me over again. Then I get to where I can do 5 by 15 with 2.5 pounds on, do that for two or 3 weeks, put on 5 pounds, start over again, right? Little jumps over time. So we're talking 6 to 7 weeks, guys, of working the same workout as I slowly try to get better until I can complete that workout fully, all right? It doesn't happen overnight. You don't need to jump tons of weight. Just show a little bit each week. Trust me, guys, it builds on itself. Think about that. If it takes me 7 weeks to go 2.5 pounds, right? Let's just say it takes 8 weeks. Every 8 weeks, I'm jumping 2.5 pounds. Then, let's say that's, hold on, we'll do some math real quick. Let's do some quick math. 2.5 pound jumps every 2 months, right? So there are 52 weeks in the year, divided by 8, 6.5 cycles times 2.5. That's 16 pounds, guys. So in a year's time, I could go from doing this workout with no weight to doing this workout with 15 to 17 pounds added to my body. That's crazy. 5 sets of 15 at 17 pounds. That's nice. All right. Going for 9 or more. Yeah, buddy. I'll take it. 11. That's feeling good, guys. That is feeling good. All right, what do we got next? Those are done. I feel like my chest feels, I got boobies right now. Back flies. Oh, what's going on? Who's on here now? What's up, Michael? Any antithetic events coming up? United Carnivores asking. Coach Nat and I have been talking about the next one, and right now we're thinking it's going to be sometime in 2025. Yeah, we're thinking sometime 2025. We had plans, so because we moved, we don't really know, number one, we don't really know much in this area. So having to find a location that we feel suits us in this area is a challenge, right? We just moved, we're getting settled. In case you guys don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on in my schedule and with Coach Nass, but for me personally, just for you guys, and you guys know all the projects I'm working on, right? You know I got the books, I'm working on the Audible thing, I'm working on my next book coming out. In case you don't know, I've talked about it a little bit, but I'm going back to school, I'm getting my master's degree in exercise science and nutrition. So that's a process I'm starting getting going. I also, on top of all that, you guys don't know, but I also work a full-time job. So I'm a program manager in an IT company. So I have a regular 9 to 5 on top of this other stuff that you see me do. So it's not like we have a ton of time all the time. I forget what I'm doing. You got me talking. I totally forgot what I'm doing here. Doing dumbbell back flies. 30 pounds last week. I think that was my first week at 30. So I'm going to move 2 weeks in a row. Going for 30. And I think I'm doing 15, 2 and 10. Oh, 10, 30, 10, 5 by 10 at 30. Okay. So with all of that stuff going on, Coach Nat has some new programs that she's been launching, kind of changing up her business model a little bit. She's trying to get to where she might be able to hire some coaches, do some stuff a little more automated, free up some of her time to do potentially writing a book. She's talking about writing a book, maybe doing a cookbook. There's some stuff she's working on. She's got a lot of stuff going on. So as far as events go, we want to have another Antithetic event. We are going to have, I'm not going to say we want to, we're going to have another Antithetic event, but it will probably be in 2025. In the meantime, between now and then, we're talking about doing some more local meetups or some things like that. So we'll keep you posted. The end of the year, beginning of the new year is when Coach Nat and I spend a couple of days and we do some kind of a summary of the year, recap, and the planning for the next year. We kind of spend several hours doing some reflection, looking at our goal sheet from the beginning of the year. What did we accomplish this year that we wanted to accomplish? Where do we want to go? What has changed in our direction for the business, our lives, all that kind of stuff. Set some plans and intention for the next year. So as we kind of go through that process the next month or so, we'll keep you guys posted, let you know what's going on. But that's where that stands. All right, 10 sets, 10 reps, 10 sets. Ha! Whew. One down, 4 to go. Like I said, this is my second week doing this weight. Depending on how this feels, then next week, which is after Christmas, by the time I'll do this again. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I have on my Christmas list micro plates. So they're clips. If you don't know what micro plates are, most dumbbells jump in 5-pound increments. So this is a 30-pound dumbbell. The next weight that I can work with is 35 pounds. That's a big jump. I like to jump little. So get a micro plate. It's a little clip. It's about this big. And it will clip on the inside here, on one side, and then on the other side. And it's 1 1/4 pounds each. So put one on each side, that's a 2.5 pound jump. So it's halfway in between what the normal increment is. It's a much better way to jump. And it allows more versatility when you only have dumbbells that go 5 pounds at a time. And you can use them on other things. Even if I just wanted to jump 1 1/4 pounds, I can just say, well, I'm throwing a pound on. Go from 30 to 31. Boom. Small increments, guys. Get the tools that allow you to progress on your own terms. All right, another set. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Oh. Ah. Damn sound. What's going on with the sound, United? Is it because it's flopping around on my shirt? So when it flops around, it gets muffled. I'm not sure there's anything I can do about that. Outside, I get like one of those headsets that goes around here, and then I'm working out with a headset on. That wouldn't be weird. People already look at me weird while I'm talking and working out at the same time. All right, 2 down, 3 to go. Whew. Oh my God. If you guys will notice when we're doing these, I'm trying to rip it up and control it down. I'm actually getting 2 different types of work here, if you want to break it down. Getting a little speed and power work in the pull. Trying to activate as much muscle fiber as possible in a quick burst to pull that weight up, and then hold it and control it down. Get that extended time and attention as I lengthen the muscle back down. Speed contraction, slow lengthen. Oh boy. 3 down, 2 to go. And I got, what I'm doing after this, drag curls and tricep extensions. 1 to keep with the 3s. Not this thing, not the same. In and out, so yeah, it's gonna get that, guys. Sorry about the audio, but unfortunately, it just is what it is. Unless I get a microphone embedded in my collarbone, right? That's what I'll do. I'll get a magnet or a snap clip, like a stud piercing in my collarbone, and then I can just clip it. Clip. It'll never move. Never be able to go through a metal detector again. Oh. Oh boy. Yeah. I may do this one more week. This is really hard. I'm feeling, so you may not be able to tell, but I can feel that I'm cheating just a little bit on each of these last couple reps. I want to be able to try to keep a solid base with my body and not lean in back and forth into it. I'm having trouble doing that. So I'm gonna keep doing this weight until I can do it without cheating, which means maybe another week. This is the 2nd week. I was hoping to go up next week, but I might not be able to. This next set, watch my shoulders and my back, and tell me, you guys tell me if you notice me cheating or not. By this set, it should be pretty obvious. Right? Right, my back going first, and then I'm popping my arms up after. Ideally, my back isn't moving at all. That was a better set. I had myself thinking about it. I didn't cheat to the last two. Oh boy. All right, I'm gonna stand here and do these drag curls. I'm gonna assume it'll be right there. Sometimes you gotta gauge where this camera is gonna pick me up. All right, drag curls. 5 sets of 10. Last week I did 50. This is even worse because the drag curl bars, the curl bar is being used by somebody right now, so I can't add the weights that I want specifically, so I had to use one of the preset weights. They only jump by 10 pounds each. So last week I did this whole, I don't have that ability without my micro plates. I'll probably just go to 12 reps each, bump this to 12, and stay at the same weight. So increase my reps at the same weight I did last week. So that's how I'll progressively overload this week. Except that there's no 50 bar here. How many sets you got left? Using this? Can I use it? You good? Thanks, appreciate it. Yep, that'll be different. 60 total reps like that, for sure. I wish you guys could hear my music. Got a little Busta Rhymes playing right now. For those of you wondering what my weekly set count is for my legs, it's between 25 and 30. For my back and chest, it's 15. No, 20 and 25, sorry. My legs is 20 and 25. For my back and chest, it's 15. For my arms, it's 10. And shoulders, it's 10. I'm focusing right now on legs, in case you couldn't tell. 5 to 10 sets more on my legs than anything else. Here's why. I'm trying to grow muscle mass in general. My legs are weaker than I feel like they should be. They're the biggest muscles. If I can prioritize there, it'll see an overall increase everywhere else. In the total number. Oh, that was hard. All right, guys, that set had me wondering if I could do all 5 at 12. About 8, those started getting hard. Holy crap. There's a dude over here with 425 pounds on a bar trying to squat. I want to run over there and ask him if he needs an ambulance. So one thing that sucks about being a coach at a public gym is watching all the things people are doing that are going to hurt themselves, mostly hurt themselves. They're just doing things in such a way that's just going to set them up for failure down the road. Oh God, it's so scary watching this guy squat. Shivers. Shivers. All right, 12 again. It's so hard not to try and coach everybody all the time. Oh boy. Okay. Definitely cheating reps on this one, but I'm okay with it. Oh man. So I'm going to put in my notes here. Third set, started cheating. Third set, cheating. And here's the purpose behind that. Here's the idea behind that. I'm getting the activation. I'm going to, instead of failing on the way up, I'm going to still get the motion up, get that contraction at the top, and then control it down. So I'm getting about 70-75% of the work in still, even though it's not a full rep. Right? Tension through the extension, the stretch, tension at the contraction. I'm just not getting all of that lift all the way through. I'm still getting good solid work done. Still getting pumped to the muscle. Still getting time under tension. 2 more sets. So sometimes you see people cheating their reps. There can be a reason. Do you want all of your sets to be cheating? No. You do not want all of your sets to be cheating. Strategically, you can call it assisted reps, whatever, however you want to do it. It wouldn't be any different than if I was on a curl bench, a preacher curl bench, right? Then I had a partner who was kind of popping my hands up for me as I lifted just to help get the reps in. It's a time under tension. Whew, yeah, my biceps are lit. I gotta do 2 more sets of this. Let's see how this goes. Man. Oh boy. Yes, sir. 1 more to go. Oh. All right, we got a long text here. What are you talking about, United? Got to get back to work. Hey, I appreciate the support, man. Appreciate the support. It means a lot. Like I was saying, when it comes to the book, The Audible version is coming out in a week or so. Make sure to get it. In case you didn't know, there is a Spanish version of the book out already. If you know anybody that's in the Netherlands, there's a Dutch version of the book. If there's any other languages you guys want it out, let me know. I'll find somebody to translate it for you. Last set. Guys, my biceps feel like I could touch that mirror with them right now. Woo boy. They're about to pop out of my arms. Oh shit. Oh. X gon' give it to ya. He gon' give it to ya. X gon' give it to ya. He gon' give it to ya. All right, same thing here. 5 by 10. Let's move this down here. We're gonna do some tricep extensions. Find me the 60. Oh man. All right, guys, after this, I am done. How long has this taken me so far? We've been on for, according to this, it's only been 18 minutes. That doesn't make any sense. It's been longer than 18 minutes. It's probably been like an hour, something like that. Right at an hour, look at that. All right, I'm gonna do one set of these so you guys can see tricep extensions. The idea being, try to focus on activating your triceps, right? Lengthen the triceps a little bit. I like to try to keep my shoulders locked in. Go to the top of the head. Not really far below the head or the bench. Right, I'm not trying to come down like this. I'm trying to keep those elbows in place. All right, guys, that's it for the day. Take it easy. See you in a couple days.